Let's see. It's a recording. It is. So, this is Children of the Revolution. This is episode 2. My name is Louise Taylor, and this is
Michelle Major.
Michelle Major. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
For agreeing to this.
No bother.
We were in contact a few years ago.
We were, yes.
And ever since we've been like ships. And
I know. Today's the first time we've met.
yeah, that's been great. Like raw. So this episode, Children of the Revolution, there's a few things that we'd like to talk about. And I suppose it's about, maybe I'd like to ask you first, do you think we need a revolution? Do you think?
Yes!
Yes, yeah. But I think my revolution has cake.
Cake.
So why do you think we need one? I think we just need things different.
In what? In every area or in?
I think just in quality of life.
Yeah, well, I think that kind of goes down to society, doesn't it, and how we're conditioned and our beliefs and.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a biggie.
Yes.
That's a huge thing, and most of us never really figure that out, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I figured it out it took me a while.
Me too.
But one of the things that we were talking about just before is the way that you came to where you are now, which is you're running the Sunshine Project, which I'd love to hear more about. Also, you're is it laughter, yoga, leader training, and all of that. So it's maybe about where you are at the minute. And why, how the Sunshine Project came about and what your hopes are, your intentions are with the project.
Okay. So back in 2005, I think we were having this conversation earlier on. I did a counselling course and you're a counsellor too.
Yeah.
So that was really the start of my journey. And I suppose really that was the Sunshine Project was born then. It just didn't have a name.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until 2012 the Sunshine Project came about.
Yeah.
I had been working up to it for a long, long time. So even though I worked in financial services, I wasn't particularly happy. It wasn't that the job was, I didn't have a bad job. I had actually a really good job, and I enjoyed the people that I worked with. But I just felt that I wasn't really working at my full potential.
Yeah.
And I speak to so many people that feel that way, that they're doing a job that they literally could do with their eyes closed.
Yeah.
And I had kind of reached that point that I thought, I'm only using about 5% of my potential here.
Yeah.
So that was part of the Sunshine Project being born. I remember going on a retreat and sitting in a meditation and actually seeing the logo of the got the logo of the Sunshine Project during a meditation. So, and that just came very easily and effortlessly.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? There was no, I don't know about you, Louise, but do you ever find in life sometimes things just happen with ease and grace?
Yes.
And then there's other things that you really, really want to happen, but you're kind of like pushing instead of just allowing it to unfold. So that was quite an interesting process, just sitting in silence and all of a sudden seeing the logo and the name and everything. So that's how it was born as such, through meditation.
And one of the things, that's great. So sitting in silence and it coming to you then. So that's a lot of people would say about meditation, and that would be because you would be spiritual. You're a spiritual person, and one of the things you were talking about before was making your soul a priority.
Yes.
So suppose this whole idea of flow and then things coming to you. Would you say in moments like that you were making your soul a priority? Or you were,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think that's so important, no matter what it is in your life, that your soul takes a priority. And all too often we don't listen to our soul, or we sell our soul.
Yeah, we do.
Down the river.
Yeah, we do.
In a job that we don't like, in a relationship that we're not happy in.
Holidays we don't really enjoy.
Yeah, even friends.
Yes.
I hear that a lot with a lot of clients. You know, they'll say, you know, how do you weed out negative friends?
Oh,
and
yeah.
you know, and it's like, gosh, you know, we all have a choice, and we have a choice of who we allow into our space.
But it can feel a bit harsh or hard.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's not like, I find it for me, relationships have changed and friendships end, but it's not like I'm saying they're a bad person.
No.
We're just maybe not for each other.
Yeah. And we evolve, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it can happen, that process can happen very easily and effortlessly too.
Yes.
You know, the people that we're attracting into our lives as well. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing.
No.
It can just happen very gently and easily and effortlessly as we grow.
Yeah.
You know.
And can you talk a bit more about the attracting things into your life, or so the law of attraction would be something I'm very interested in.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting in. I understand it rather than just saying I want to be rich.
No, it's not about that, is it? That would be nice. We're not going to say no to that.
No, but that's not what the law of attraction is like. Oh, put it right there, I want to be rich.
No, but I think The Secret, as much as I love the book The Secret and I love the movie The Secret, I think that was perhaps one of the messages that people took away with, that you just think of a thing, a materialistic thing, and then it'll materialise and it'll happen.
Yeah.
I actually discovered the law of attraction in 2007 when I was in a pretty dark place, actually. And in many ways, sometimes you think that's quite a cool place to be, because the only way is up, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you're in this place and you're like, Tony Robbins talks about it actually. He says we're motivated by two things, desperation or motivation, or inspiration, sorry. Desperation or inspiration.
Wow.
That's what we're motivated by.
Right.
So I was in desperation. I wasn't in a good place in 2007, and I discovered the law of attraction. I'm quite a strong person. I don't really let most things get me down. I try and find a way out of it. And it was so I started studying the law of attraction and putting it to work, really.
Yeah.
Started creating affirmations, gratitude, so using gratitude every single day. Even though at the time when I looked at my life and how it was, I was thinking, gosh, I have nothing to be grateful for, because this has happened and that has happened. So I was focusing on all the things, the bad things that had happened in 2007. And what gratitude did was it's got me focusing on, well, actually, okay, so this has happened, but actually, look at all of these blessings that you have in your life.
Yeah.
So it actually was quite amazing actually how things started to shift and change, just from changing my mindset. And I did vision boards and gratitude, and actually we were talking about being rich. A couple of things happened to me in terms of abundance, money, attracting money. So one was I got an inheritance of an unexpected cheque for £1,000, and then I got a tax rebate through the post as well. So those are a couple of things that happened very unexpectedly.
Yeah.
But it was, for me at that time, it was confirmation. Oh my goodness, this does work.
Yeah.
And it's been a huge part of my life ever since. And
wow.
I'd say everything that I've manifested in my life I've done consciously since then.
Yeah.
Even down to like one of the jobs that I got at the time, I had a car on the vision board. I wanted a company car, so I had to sell my other car. So I put this black Audi on my vision board, and my mum and I went to the docks in Dublin to pick up this car. And in my head I was thinking, if this is a black Audi, now it was an Audi A4 I had on the vision board, I will shit myself. Came off the trailer, not the trailer, the boat. But it was an Audi A3, but it was black. Honest to God.
Did you?
Honest to God.
Did you shit yourself?
this stuff works.
But that's the thing. But it's like, do you think with the law of attraction, right? Do you have to visualize it very, very clearly for it to happen?
I think visualization is a big part of it. Yeah, I do.
Is it the thoughts are more important? The thoughts being clear, because the law of attraction says very, very clear about what you're putting out, because you will attract it. And what I've noticed, I think, is the obscure ways that you end up getting what you want.
Yes,
they're not. It's not a direct route. It's not like you wanted the audio there turned up. It's like a oh boom, there it is. You know, kind of.
Yeah.
And like, is it so you visualise it? It was on the vision board.
It was on the vision board, but I'll tell you a really interesting story about that, because at the time I was made redundant. So I did a vision board for another job, and it was another job in financial services back then, and I was really quite specific about a lot of things about this job that I wanted to attract. But one thing that I didn't write on it was the company culture.
Oh.
It's a biggie.
Yeah, well, the company culture.
It's huge. So company culture, like the company that I worked for before was, it was a corporate, but it was a family corporate. So they had really good values and morals and ethics, and they also they allowed you to work with autonomy, and they encouraged entrepreneurial spirit. And there was a huge amount of trust in the company as well. So we all excelled, we all did really well. But I didn't put that on my vision board.
Okay.
So I put the car and the salary and all the other perks, but I didn't specifically say what type of company culture. So I went from that organisation into this other huge corporate, very, very big corporate organisation, whereby it's about micromanaging, and let's just say it went against my values. So I didn't stay there for very long. So. But
here you are, so that was very corporate, and now you're running Sunshine Project, which is possibly, it could be argued, very, very different. Like it's
hugely different, yes.
Yeah, it's not corporate.
No.
It's very alternative. So you're working in finances and business, and now you're working in well-being and alternative forms of well-being. And tell us about where you are now, and how maybe those skills that you had there are being utilised, or are you being used more to your potential now, do you think?
Oh yeah, definitely. And I think one thing that's really important to me now is about living an authentic life, and living a life true to my values and being genuine. All of those things are really important to me. So the Sunshine Project is, well, I can't help but smile every time I say it.
It's a lovely name.
It's a great name. I love the name. So absolutely, and I love everything about it. And yes, I worked in business for a very long time, but as you say, those skills are all transferable.
Absolutely.
Like business is, I don't mean to say business is business, but running a business is kind of similar. There's certain aspects that are similar, but it's the freedom, and it's the collaboration, and it's all of those things that are very different now to obviously being an employee.
And with so a big part, one of the parts I know about is the laughter yoga.
Yes.
And the idea behind laughter yoga. Could you tell us a bit more about, like, it's great to laugh. We love it.
We love to laugh.
We do. But it's also in terms of well-being, in terms of mental health, in terms of getting people to a laughter yoga class. Like, what would you say to them, Corinne?
Well, I discovered it in 2007, so around the same time that I discovered the law of attraction, and it really helped me at that time when I wasn't in a good place. It was the first thing that got me out of my head and out of the negative thoughts, and back into living in the moment. So we talk about mindfulness, don't we? We talk about mindfulness is the big buzzword now. And even though, the interesting thing is, even though at that time I knew about mindfulness, and I really struggled to put it into practice.
Right.
But it was the laughter yoga, which is a form of active mindfulness.
Right.
that really helped me come back into the present moment. So it's a bit like gratitude. So when you're in a place of laughter, it's impossible to think or feel any negative thoughts or emotions.
Wow, that's brilliant. Yeah, that's great.
So it brings you into the moment.
Yes.
But more than that, it makes you feel really good. So it releases endorphins. You do your walk a day.
Yes.
Because it makes you feel good.
And there's a lot of mindfulness in that too, because I think the photographs will go at some stage, but at the minute the photographs bring me down closer to nature, and it very much keeps me in that moment. And that walk a day, like, has changed my life.
Yeah.
And
laughter's done the same. It's done the same for me, but it's the exact same idea. Like when you walk, you're releasing endorphins from your brain throughout your body, and they're going to make you feel good. So exercise is a form of active mindfulness, and as is laughter yoga. So exercise and laughter release endorphins. And also, the thing that still blows my mind is, like, if you laugh for 15 minutes, a real big hearty laugh, you'll get up to 2 hours natural pain relief. Like that's
brilliant.
I just think that's mind blowing, that we have the power to self heal through laughter.
But we do. And that's just one way that we've got that power to self heal. You know, but we don't often look at ourselves as these self-healing individuals. We think we need outside, we need that, we need this, we need a tablet, we need, we don't trust ourselves. And that's another thing I wrote when we were talking before, your gut.
Trust your gut.
You say about listening to your gut. Can you tell us a bit more about how do you know when you're listening to your gut? And like, I know this sounds but you don't really. Like, there's something, you're like, because I get, like, my intuition kicks in sometimes.
Yes.
And I'm like, is something wrong, or is this my intuition saying you're being an idiot, like, this is not for you, or something like that? How do you know when you haven't got, like, when it's your intuition and it's something else? Like, how do you know?
It's so hard
It's so
hard to describe, isn't it? Because it's a feeling.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's a feeling.
But we're not taught to trust it.
No, we're certainly not taught to trust it. Not at all. And it's ancient.
Yes.
So it's an ancient wisdom that we've had from the beginning of time that has really kept our species alive.
Yeah.
Because if we didn't have a gut instinct, we wouldn't have survived all these years.
Yeah.
But so often we don't trust it.
No.
And we make decisions even though our gut is telling us it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
So it's hard to describe, but it is a feeling. Like if something feels like the right thing for me to do, even if it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know it because one way, if it's a good feeling, is I would get tingles.
Yeah, goosebumps.
Yeah, goosebumps. Yeah. So that's my body saying, you're excited.
Yeah.
This is the right thing to do, even if it doesn't make rational sense.
Yes.
If it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Then do it. That's your gut. That's your soul saying, yes, please. I want more of that. Yes, please.
I love it.
But if it's a warning.
Yeah.
You'll feel it. Well, I feel it in my tummy if it's a warning, and it's like an uneasy, unsettled feeling, and I can't shake it off.
No, that's brilliant, because that would be like I noticed a few years ago that every time I heard something that I believed was the truth,
and
I was like, oh, that's the truth, as I understand it, and that was very, very interesting. But we are often told we're mad if we go with our gut, because it goes against traditional norms, it can go against societal expectations.
Yes.
So when you start listening to your soul, like, your soul's sometimes not telling you to do all the things that your family or your friends want you to do.
No.
So how do you deal with that?
Courage. A lot of courage.
Yeah.
You do. You honestly do need a lot of courage. So to follow through, because sometimes what our soul yearns for is the exact opposite of what we're doing. So, like, if I take myself in financial services, like the last job that I had, because I actually liked it, so I had a job in between, but the last job I had, I really liked it, and I was in conflict.
Yes.
Because the people that I worked with at that last company were lovely. The company culture was lovely. The salary was lovely. Everything was lovely.
Yes.
But my soul wanted more. My soul was not happy settling. And that's another thing about sometimes we settle, don't we?
Oh, yeah.
You know, we just settle into, well, it's easy and the money's good. And, you know, our head talks us into, you know, the rationale of staying in a situation that perhaps we're not that happy with.
Yeah.
So, courage.
And
we need courage. And support. So it's what I have discovered is you need your tribes, you need the people that are going to big you up, that when you say, on Monday I'm handing them a notice,
they go, what?
And they go, I was going to say Van, you said Van right there.
Go for it.
You're looking brilliant. That's what you need. You need the people to say, amazing, you
lifters.
Can do this.
You need the lifters.
Yes. What you don't need is, putting the doubt.
Yeah.
And that's a good job. And what if this happens? And what if that happens?
Oh, yeah, you don't need those.
No.
Because there's always a risk.
Always.
But why play it safe all the time? Because there's no adventure.
Yeah.
There's no magic.
No.
I love that. Courage.
Yeah, so we need courage.
How much courage did the Sunshine Project take?
A lot. A lot of courage. Well, it did and it didn't. It did. I made the decision and I handed in my notice, and I didn't tell very many people. But I followed through with it because I thought if I tell too many people and I get doubters, I might not follow through, because at the time as well, like, laughter yoga wasn't known.
No.
I was building a business on laughter.
Yeah. That's incredible.
Like
business.
It's nuts. Like when you say it out loud, building a business on laughter, you know, moving from financial services to laugh for a living. Like, you know, and I needed it to bring in money, like, because I needed to live.
Yeah.
So it was a risk. So I didn't tell very many people because I just didn't need any doubters.
Yes.
I was doubting it myself.
But you're protecting yourself too.
Exactly. But I did a huge amount of trust. That's another thing, is trust.
And I think, like, I don't know about you, but like with Children of the Revolution, with the podcast, with Musings, it's your baby. You know,
yes.
You are protected.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay for me to say it's shit, not you. Back off. You are protective, and it's right to protect things that are important to you.
Yeah.
And your ideas and your creative endeavours and things like that, they are things that should be protected, and I completely agree. You know, what if all of these fail? I don't need friends who told me, I told you so. I need the friends who go, well, at least you tried.
Yeah.
At least you did something new.
Yeah.
And failure are lessons, I think. You know, it's the way you see things.
Yeah. Totally.
But the Sunshine Project and the laughter yoga. Tell me a bit about how many you've been training for quite a few years now.
Yes. So there's a story behind that one as well. So when I did my later training in 2010, I was still working away, and it was through a good friend, Jackie Ingram, that introduced me to the laughter. And so her and I were going to do some joint projects together when I left work, and then unfortunately she got really ill with cancer and passed away. So that was another huge part, because any fears that I had about leaving financial services, they just became less and less after that happened.
Yeah.
Because I just thought, you know what, you only live once. And the laughter then became a purpose. It was like, okay, I'm gonna do this for Jackie, you know.
Yeah.
And she was like, she just oozed laughter and sunshine. And actually, her and I had kind of named her, well, she had named us the Sunshine Girls.
Oh, wow.
And just before she got ill, she'd put this Facebook page together, so it was the two of us, called the Sunshine Girls. So the sunshine was there through Jackie, the name Sunshine, and then it was through that meditation then that the actual Sunshine Project came about. But when Jackie died in November it became a real purpose then, but I was scared because there was only one of me.
Yeah.
Do you know? And I thought, gosh, how I so passionately believed in the laughter practice, because laughter yoga isn't just all about laughing. It's about consciously breathing, it's about stretching, it's about going into deep relaxation, it's about grounding your energy.
Yeah.
There's more to it than just the fun and the laughter side, you know? So I thought, gosh, how am I gonna bring this to so many people on my own? I can't do it on my own. So that's when I did the teacher training the January after Jackie died. So then I could train other people, and then they could go out into their communities and, you know, have laughter clubs or bring laughter into schools or businesses and community groups. So there's a lot of us now. There's a lot of us.
And that's brilliant, you know, because the intent, I always love looking at the intentions of something. And the intentions for the laughter yoga and one in school are pure lifting people. They're all about well-being. They're all about making people feel better. But also, like were you speaking about your friend Jackie? And I just think, you know, the legacy.
Yes.
And, you know, and also, you know, there's two people who in the last few years have died who I've known who've been the brightest lights and they're just gone.
Yeah.
And I think often the reminder is live. You know, don't sell your soul. Don't waste it. You know, this life is brilliant. Whereas some people look at those deaths and think how cruel it is. Whereas I remember their vibrancy.
Yeah.
And their message, and I just think it's the what I've taken from their untimely deaths is make it count.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. And like Jackie was 44, and like you say, so many people would say that's too young. Why did that happen? That's too young. But there's some people get to 88, and they haven't lived. They wouldn't have lived a smidgen of the life that Jackie lived in the 44 years she was on this earth.
Yeah.
She was an amazing person.
Yeah.
So I'm really inspired. Like, she was the inspiration to the Sunshine Project. She was the inspiration to leaving work. She was a huge part of my journey. So
wow.
You have to be so grateful.
And that's where gratitude, and you've been saying about gratitude, I'm just aware of time, I don't even know. Oh, we're doing all right. There's me going, oh. I'm just aware, because we're 27 minutes, just like that.
I know. This went so fast.
I know,
oh my God.
They fly.
Yeah.
Like, but it's just like, I suppose that's it. So, you know, we've been sitting here, we've been chatting, and we had a few things, but oh my God, we've covered quite a lot.
Covered loads.
So it's a law of attraction.
Yes.
Making your soul a priority.
Yeah.
Gratitude.
And having courage. Courage is a big thing. Because
Courage.
you need courage. You need courage to put your soul as a priority.
Yeah.
You really do.
But then that's where sometimes I'm like, is this a message not to do it or to do it because I'm scared? See, but I feel the fear and do it anyway.
Definitely. What's the worst can happen?
And do you know what? I don't get embarrassed really very easy. It's a good job. I don't really have
you
that.
have to do it, but that's life's for living. That's how we learn. You know, we've this idea that, you know, success is looks a certain way.
Yes.
But sometimes actually it's when we fall down, it's the rising, isn't it? It's when we get back up again. It's those lessons and blessings that we've learnt when we're falling. The message is not to keep down, not to allow yourself to lie down for too long, and just allow yourself to get back up and rise up again.
Yes, and sometimes the things you failed at were a gift.
Yes,
the feelings were like, that's not for you.
Yes.
You know, I think about the jobs I didn't get.
Yes.
I'm like, thank you.
Thank
for not
you.
giving me that. I don't know what was happening to me there.
I know. It's like, it's like being made redundant was the best thing ever happened to me, because I wouldn't have found laughter yoga. I wouldn't have retrained in NLP and Reiki, and I've done my teacher training. I wouldn't have done any of those things.
Yes.
Had that not happened. So, but it's how you look at it, isn't it? And I love the quote by Wayne Dyer: when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
Hallelujah.
It's genius, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I just say it all the time.
You know, like what's the lesson here?
Yeah.
What's the learning? Thank you.
Yeah.
That hurt, but thank you.
Don't hurt me again.
No, you don't have to do hurt that much, but thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed that.
Yeah, I loved it.
I hope it recorded. That's what I'm going to say at the end of every one. I hope it recorded. I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much.